Hey guys, it's Chance and thanks for joining me again. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about a lens that I think is pretty underrated, and that is the Sony 50mm f1.8. It's kind of Sony's take on the iconic nifty 50 concept. I've had mine for about, I think a year and a half, and I've used it on occasion, and I've really come to like it. So in this video, I'm going to show a bunch of sample photos that I've taken, and show my impressions of this cute little nifty 50. So let's get right into it. So first up, I want to talk about build quality. Now this thing, it definitely feels like a nifty 50. It's pretty cheap feeling. I wouldn't necessarily say it's flimsy per se, but it is made of, I think plastic. I'm pretty sure it's made of plastic, and it's super lightweight. This thing weighs only a couple of ounces, like 180 grams or something like that, and it's also tiny. It just doesn't feel like super premium in the hand, especially compared to a GM lens or something that's $1,000 more. But that being said, it definitely feels a little bit better than nifty 50s I've used in the past, like the Canon APS-C. The sort of glassy finish here, it doesn't show fingerprints per se, but you definitely notice scratches. I don't know if you can see mine. I got this used when I bought my A7 III, and it's been through some shit, to say the least. So it's in pretty bad visual condition. The focusing ring spins pretty smoothly, I've found. You can't really see this, but it is a little bit goody just because, again, I put mine through some nasty situations. I don't think that's any fault to the lens. I think it's because I haven't exactly taken care of this thing too much. So yeah, like I said, it's not going to feel like a more expensive lens, but as far as nifty 50s go, can't complain, not bad. And now we'll get into the image quality in a second here, but I want to talk about the major negative point of this lens first, and that is the autofocus. So being Sony users, we've come to expect fast and efficient and quiet autofocus, and that's definitely not the case for this. I mean, this thing still focuses faster than anything that I used to use on my Canon T5 many years ago, but in any case, it's not going to be super quick, it's pretty noisy, and it does hunt quite a bit in bad lighting conditions. And just to kind of give you an example of it, I'll show you the autofocus noise in a second here in a separate clip, and then I also show you the crazy amount of focus breathing that this thing has. So yeah, as you can see, pretty noisy autofocus, not super fast, but at the end of the day, this is a cheap lens and it gets the job done. Okay, but now let's talk about image quality, because nifty 50s, they've never had the best build quality, they've never had the best autofocus. The good thing of a nifty 50 is that you get pretty damn good images for a pretty cheap price, and the Sony 50 is definitely not an exception. So my image tests, they don't get super scientific. You're not going to see any diffraction charts or any of those testing images like Christopher Frost does, for example. I'll just show a couple dozen sample photos I've taken over my lifetime of having this lens, and you can kind of judge for yourself. So first off, at f1.8, shooting wide open, we do see pretty good sharpness in the center of the frame, and then pretty substantial amount of drop off near the edges. That's not too surprising to me, and when you stop down, everything does get a little bit more even. This is a 50mm, it's designed for taking center focus subjects like portraiture, so as long as the quality in the center is fantastic, I can kind of excuse any softness around the edges. And then the bokeh that it produces, it can be a little bit finicky at long distance, but close up, the bokeh looks amazing. You do get a little bit of cat's eye, warping near the edge a little bit, where it kind of stretches out the bokeh a little bit. But it's really not that bad, and generally I found that taking shots at f1.8, f2, etc. looks pretty damn good with this. And then as far as any optical issues that this lens has, it does have some pretty heavy chromatic aberrations. I noticed if you shoot shiny objects like a car, for example, on a sunny day, you're going to get a lot of purple fringing. It is mostly fixable in post-processing, but it is definitely something to note. And then as far as flare resistance goes, you're not going to see much ghosting, at least from my experience, but it's hard to explain, but light sources do get, they streak across the screen. I have a couple of images of a sunrise that I took last year, that I put up on the screen here that kind of illustrate this like streaking effect perfectly. So yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, like, autofocus kind of sucks, but you're getting great image quality for less than $200. You know, the Nifty 50 is an iconic lens for any, you know, camera manufacturer, and Sony definitely did a great job with theirs. So yeah, you're not going to find anything else really at this price point, under $200 that is, unless you're okay with using manual focus. But yeah, for $200 you're getting autofocus, even if it is a little great images, and you know, a very compact, if not particularly premium build. So yeah, if you guys are looking to add this to your kit, I'll drop a link below. It is an affiliate link, so I do get a slight commission if you buy, so thank you. And that sums it up, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to drop a like and a comment. You know, let me know, do you have this lens? Have you used it? Do you like it? Do you have a different opinion than me, perhaps? Let me know in the comments. And finally, you know, consider subscribing. Thank you guys, and have a great day. See you next time.